Here's the bottom line. Knowledge is not power. It's only power when it's applied. And not just any knowledge, but specialized knowledge. Knowledge will not attract money unless it is organized and intelligently directed through practical plans of action. But sometimes we find our passion in the most ironic and crazy places. But once he specialized in it, not only did he get amazing at it, but he also grew a huge passion for it as well. In a world that is just drowning with information, the person, the entrepreneur, the business owner who really wins are the ones that curate, simplify, and communicate. And you just need to know something very deeply and powerfully that you're passionate about. And this is the shortest path to, ironically, creating authority, creating impact, and creating the life that you were meant to live, the life that you truly are capable of living. Hey, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind, your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. My name is George Wright III, and I'm your host. And I hope you're enjoying this series that I'm doing on these 13 principles, timeless principles contained in Think and Grow Rich. I am going to be having additional interviews and things that are going to be dropping this week, but I think it's so important to take this time and reflect, and I hope you're getting something out of this series. 90 years and 100 million copies later, this book, Think and Grow Rich, has timeless principles that you should be applying over and over throughout your life. So we started with a desire, moved to faith. We talked about autosuggestion, and now we're going to be talking a little bit about specialized knowledge, which is your unique talent, the thing that you focus in on. So let's talk about one of the biggest myths in business today, and this idea that general knowledge will give you success. Knowing more and learning and growing will give you success. You've probably been told your whole life that knowledge is power. Here's the bottom line. Knowledge is not power. It's only power when it's applied. And not just any knowledge, but specialized knowledge. And this is a principle that I think a lot of people nowadays, because of all the information and overload that's out there, they don't quite understand. Specialized knowledge is the kind that separates really successful people from ultra successful experts, from content creators to category kings, from employees to entrepreneurs, from an expert to an authority in a topic. This is the idea of specialized knowledge. So if you feel like you're spinning your wheels, maybe consuming a ton of information, which all of us are doing, and maybe you're not getting traction, I hope this episode will help you to really drill down into what you can change and what you can focus on. So in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill makes it really clear. Knowledge will not attract money unless it is organized and intelligently directed through practical plans of action, a specific action plan. He draws a hard line between general knowledge and because anyone can get general knowledge, and specialized knowledge, which creates leverage, opportunity, and wealth. And that distinction is critical in today's world because, with AI and Google and your ability to get information everywhere, it's no longer about information. It's about specialized, in context, applied expertise. And I've seen this over time. People used to pay for those workshops and training and courses. Now they want the application of those courses to specific problems. That's why entrepreneurs like Alex Hormozi, Russell Brunson, Marie Forleo, they've become industry leaders because they focus on a specific pain point of their market. They master it, and then they deliver it, and they deliver massive value around it. So this is the idea of specialized knowledge. It's the foundation of also, ironically, creating authority in your space. So many of you know I own the Authority Media Network, which is our partners own 15 Magazine, a network of podcasts. And one of the number one things that we really, double down on when we bring in new clients is this idea of what is your market, your message, and your media. What is it that is unique for you? And this kind of brings me back to a topic I talk a lot about because it's one that my mentor and partner, Robert Stuberg, used to talk about. And I learned it from Dan Sullivan, but more specifically from Robert Stuberg as well on the detail. And it's the idea of your unique talent. So we all have areas we're competent in, or maybe not competent as well. We also have some areas that we're excellent at. But when you combine areas that you're excellent and passionate about, those are the unique talents that you need to drive deep into. I'll give you an example. I had the privilege of interviewing John Schmidt, who's one of the piano guys, the piano and cello group, the piano guys, 100 million albums sold, like global icons, 8 million followers on YouTube, and probably tens of millions on their social media. But he loved to play the piano. And some of you may think, how do you make money playing the piano? Between their talent and their business, they've spanned the globe. They've done millions and millions of dollars in something that he loves, he's passionate about, he got specialized in. And he talked about how when he was growing up, he didn't even like playing the piano. He didn't even like it. But sometimes we find our passion in the most ironic and crazy places. But once he specialized in it, not only did he get amazing at it, but he also grew a huge passion for it as well. And so I think there's a lot to be said for when you focus on something, you can gain that passion as well. Now, with Authority Media Network, our job is to help people to specialize in on their message. So let's make this a little bit practical for you, this idea of specialized knowledge. If you're struggling to grow your brand or raise your prices or even attract more clients, ask yourself this: what problem am I trying to solve? What problem am I trying to solve that relates to what I do? And what do I know better than 99% of the people in my niche? What's unique about me? And it might be you specifically, it might be your experiences, it might be your talent, it might be your knowledge, but the area that you're solving a problem for your customer that you do better than anyone else, that's the area to specialize in. Hill says that you don't need to personally possess all the knowledge. Remember, you just need to organize, apply, and acquire it through your network. For example, here, Henry Ford famously bought one of the most powerful companies in history without being an engineer. He built one of the most powerful companies in history without being an engineer. But he had the ability to gather and direct his specialized knowledge and that of his companies to a common goal. So think about that. In 2025, it kind of looks like this. Maybe you want to host a podcast. You don't have all the talent, but you can organize and specialize it into a niche. Maybe you want to write a newsletter that solves a specific problem and you can organize the information for your customers to have. Maybe you want to create a course or a service that brings that one big solution better than anyone else. This is the idea of specialized knowledge. It's not just knowing it, and it is a little bit about mastering it, but it's about organizing that knowledge in a way that will really create a powerful solution in the marketplace. You don't need more degrees. You don't need more clarity. You don't need more, I should say you need more clarity, but you don't need more knowledge in a specific area. You just need to specialize and pull that information together. Identify your unique talents. That's the first thing I would encourage you to do. So if I'm talking about things you can do this week which apply to this idea of specialized knowledge, number one, sit down this week and identify the areas that you are excellent and passionate about. Whatever it is, related to business or not, what are you excellent and passionate about? What do people ask for your advice on? What do you love to do or teach or solve or build? What talents do you possess that you lose track of time when you're doing them? That's your unique talent. Then I want you to take that talent and create an organized way for you to start to specialize in it. Maybe it's a podcast episode, maybe it's a newsletter, maybe you write in your journal, whatever it is, but organize that knowledge and then commit to really mastering it. Really learn more, read the books, go to areas that help you to really become a master at that skill or at collecting those skills. And when you do this, specialized knowledge will evolve. You'll keep updating what it is and how you do it and what you do. We've done that with the Authority Media Network. As we've dialed in more and more with podcasts and magazines, new things have taken shape and we've gotten better and better at it. But once you identify that area, that topic, that problem you want to solve, this is where you want to focus your time and energy for specialized knowledge. In a world that is just drowning with information, the person, the entrepreneur, the business owner who really wins are the ones that curate, simplify, and communicate their knowledge to a specific audience. It's what I like to call authority. It's when you become the celebrity on a specific topic to a specific market in a specific thing, then you become a celebrity in your market and you become the authority. Napoleon Hill said, successful men in all callings never stop acquiring specialized knowledge related to their, listen to this, major purpose, business, or profession. That major, definite, chief aim that you're going for. So you don't need to know everything. You just need to know something very deeply and powerfully that you're passionate about. And this is the shortest path to, ironically, creating authority, creating impact, and creating the life that you were meant to live, the life that you truly are capable of living. Les Brown has said to me so many times, I'm sure you've heard this as well, but as he was speaking with me or speaking for me over the years, he'd always said, George, you have greatness inside of you. And I believe that. I believe that about everyone. I believe that about you. You have greatness inside of you. And if you would focus and get clear, identify your burning desire, make a decision to have faith, use that power of auto-suggestion, and then focus in on this area of specialized knowledge, we're part of the way there. We're about 4 steps into these 13 principles, but I hope you can see how powerful they are and the simplicity that they have in today's just noisy marketplace. So that's my message for today. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you're having a great week. Hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Email me. I always put my email, george@g3worldwide.com in the show notes. Let me know what you're working on. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about imagination, something that you don't hear very often, but we're going to be talking about it. So have an amazing day. I'll talk with you then.